Hey y'all, thanks for joining me today. I know you're really interested in getting to this delicious Instant Pot beef stew recipe, but before we begin, I kind of wanted to show you one of my favorite secret ingredients for this guy. So this is beef tallow, and maybe if you've been on social media for a second, you have heard how great it is for your skin. People are just kind of blowing it up for your beauty routine, but I just want to mention how healthy it is for you in the nutritional sense. Why do we love beef tallow? Well, let me count thy ways. So beef tallow is high in fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, K, which helps enhance bone health and immune function and helps with vitamin absorption. It's got butyric acid, which is good for gut health. It's good for your brain. It's got antioxidants. Oh my gosh, it's got a high smoke point, so you don't have to worry about it going bad if you're, doing higher smoke cooking. Does that make sense? If you're, jacking up the heat when you're cooking. Did I mention it contains CLA fats that helps boost metabolism? And yeah, I probably did. Anyway, if none of that even matters to you, at least you know this. It makes your food taste amazing. It gives it more like depth of flavor so that it's got that extra, like umami flavor. I think it was the secret ingredient that we were all missing with our old beef stews. It brings it up to like another level. Try it and you'll see. So you can get this on Amazon. I'll link it in the description. I also like this other kind that's grass-fed. I just didn't have it on hand right now. So I'll link both of those so you can check them out. And you know what? Let's get cooking. This is one of my favorite pressure cook recipes because it's just quick and easy. Everybody loves it in my family. It tastes delicious. And also it's freezer friendly, so I can just pull it out in a pinch on those busy weeknights. So first I made a little rub mixture using garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, kosher salt, black pepper, and paprika. And I just mixed that all over my stew meat or cut up chuck roast. I think this was a little under 2 pounds. And I just let it absorb and kind of sit there while I prep the veggies next. So you'll need either 1 large or 2 to 3 smaller onions diced up, 4 cloves of garlic chopped, 2 to 3 large ribs of celery diced up, around 3 to 4 large carrots diced up, about 1 pound of potatoes cut into large chunks. And then just set all that aside because now it's time to hit saute mode on the Instant Pot because we're going to brown our meat on all sides before adding the rest of the ingredients. So once it's hot, add your beef tallow or else olive oil or avocado oil will do and melt that down a little bit. And then you're going to add your seasoned meat and try to get it into a single layer. And this will help develop the flavor. It adds that caramelization that we're looking for. I add in a little more salt and pepper and always season as I go along, just building those layers of flavor. And then after just a few minutes, I'll add in our diced onion and I'll give it a good stir. And I just kind of let it sit there for a minute so the onions can soften up. And once the meat's looking pretty brown, I'll add in the garlic and give it a good stir. You don't want it to burn. And now I'll deglaze the pot with a 1/2 cup of dry red wine and scrape up any brown bits stuck to the bottom. And you can also use beef stock here as well to deglaze. And we'll just let that wine cook down and get all bubbly and the alcohol will evaporate here. So don't worry, this is still a kid-friendly dish. So now add in 3 cups of beef stock. And I reserved a cup of beef stock just in case I needed to thin it out later. And then add 1 to 2 bay leaves. And don't forget to fish these out before serving. We'll cook this meat mixture on high pressure for 25 minutes before adding the rest of our ingredients. Oh gosh. Wait. Oh, golly. I kept doing it the other way. That's right, folks. It's quick release time. And once the pin has dropped, remove the lid and you can add in your potatoes and the celery and carrots. And about 8 ounces of tomato sauce or crushed tomatoes. And about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And stir well. And then we're gonna cook another 5 minutes on high pressure to cook all these veggies. Please don't forget to move your venting knob back to sealing. And I did another quick release here. Ooh, look at that. Steaming up my guy. If you feel you need a little thicker stew, then you can make a cornstarch slurry with equal parts cornstarch and cold water and just mix that together until it forms a paste and add it into the simmering liquid. But I thought mine was just perfect. And then serve it with a delicious crusty bread. Here's my sourdough that everybody loves. And voila, you have a delicious beef stew right here. The flavors were so rich and delicious, and the veggies weren't mushy, and best of all, the meat was so tender you could just cut it with a spoon. All right, 2 thumbs up. Papa said I nailed the meat.
You definitely nailed everything.
Roscoe, what do you think? Woo, yeah. Even the dogs want some, huh? And now for some meal prep magic. I'm going to use my favorite 2-cup portion silicone super cube trays just to freeze the stew into blocks overnight, and then I'll pack them up in my vac sealer in the morning. And generally a 2-cup block serves as 1 portion, which I will pull out of the freezer, defrost in a Tupperware or glass container overnight in the fridge, or you could even use it from frozen and just reheat in a saucepan on the stove, and you can thin it out with a little more beef broth and you're ready to go. All right, so now we've got our perfectly portioned 2-cup frozen beef blocks, and I'm popping them into these BPA-free and recyclable vacuum sealer bags because I'm about to show you my favorite appliance for meal prep ever. It's our VacMaster VP 220 chamber vacuum sealer. And this, my friends, has been the biggest game changer and has taken our freezer preservation to another level. There's less freezer burn and it's just such a cinch to use. So the way it works, instead of sucking air out of the bag opening, this bad boy uses a pump to remove air from the entire chamber, including air inside the food bag, creating an equalized pressure environment. Once it reaches my desired vacuum level, the sealing bar heats up and seals the bag shut, and then air is reintroduced into the chamber, and the pressure difference between the sealed bag and the chamber causes the bag to tightly conform to its contents. Wah! And by using a chamber vacuum sealer, you can preserve food 3 to 5 times longer than traditional methods, like years, not just months, or so I've been told. I know they're a huge investment, but we saved up a while and it's definitely so worth it. So I'll link mine down below in the description box along with the complete recipe as well. And I thank you so much for making it to the end, and I hope you like this video, try the recipe, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the things. Thanks for watching.